Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about the Amazon Luna. For those that don't know, Amazon Luna, or I guess it's just called Luna, is a streaming service created by Amazon that's meant to compete with things such as like Google Stadia, PlayStation Now, Xbox's cloud gaming service. And I've been given the opportunity to actually get early access to it. I believe it was announced late 2020. I'm going to be going over some of the accessories you can use with it, as well as the Luna-based service itself. Before talking about and exploring the platform itself, there is an Amazon Luna controller that is available on Amazon. I will write the price in the description. I'm actually about to open this now. As you can see, it hasn't been opened yet. Give me a second. The first thing I noticed is that Amazon has taken a huge leap in regards to quality of controllers. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the last time they tried to venture. I think at one point they tried to push the Fire Stick as a video game type console or a budget console, and they had controllers made specifically for it, which I will show you here. They came out a few years ago. Hopefully you're seeing it right now. If you're not, that means I messed up. But with this controller, it kind of looks like a cross between that original idea and an Xbox One controller, which isn't that bad. The buttons feel like buttons. The triggers feel like triggers. It feels like the Xbox One controller triggers, which I feel like isn't as satisfying to push. Like it's almost like it looks like it can go more, but it doesn't. The controller is actually kind of like, it gives me an Xbox 360 feel with the joysticks, but when you take the joysticks out, you have a cross between the Xbox One controller and the controller that Amazon had a few years ago. The controller does require batteries, at least for now. It comes with 2 Amazon batteries, which I showed you. There's one, they're Amazon basic batteries. Here's the second one, there you go. Ta-da! And it also has a microphone jack, which is cool, and a slot. What is that? I don't know which one that is, but it's one of those that you can plug it in. It's a USB-C, so it's actually more modern. But as you can see here, it also gives you an instruction manual. It gives you the product overview, how to download the Luna controller app, how to power up the Luna, among other things. Yay! Also purchased this stand that's meant to hold the controller and your phone at the same time. I hadn't mentioned this yet, but the streaming service is available on your phone. It's also available on PC. It's available on Mac. Pretty much almost anything with a web browser can probably use the Luna-based service. Once everything's attached, this is how it looks like with the mobile phone. I decided to use my old Amazon Fire phone to show you an example, just to complete, the aesthetic. Like, check that out. Yeah. It feels kind of heavy. Granted, I am holding it with one hand, but this is pretty cool to have this all in one spot. You can kind of move around and play without that there. I honestly probably would prefer to just put this on like a tripod on a table or something, but this is what it looks like. Okay, so now moving on to the streaming service itself. Hey, so as you can see here, I'm on my computer. Just to give you the specs, I'm using a MacBook Pro that I think is from like 2016, 2017, so it's a few years old, and I am using Google Chrome because I figured using a universal web browser as opposed to Safari would give you an idea as to how things would run. Of course, as with any streaming service, the number one thing you need is good internet connection. That'll never change, unfortunately, so keep that in mind. That being said, the first thing I noticed is when you log in, it kind of looks like Netflix or Amazon Prime Video, where you select the profile. So I'm going to select this one. When you first log into Luna, it'll give you an option to either sign up for Amazon's channel or Ubisoft's channel. Those are the only 2 options available. I did the Amazon one. It supposedly comes with 81 games. I'll give a link to that below. And I'll probably pick a few of them. And it's about I think it's $6 a month. The Ubisoft one comes with Ubisoft games, and it's about $15 a month. So I went with the cheaper one. So they give you a variety of games. As you can see here, everything's set up again, like I said, like Amazon Prime Video, Netflix style. So it's almost just like Netflix for gaming. So yeah, let's do Sonic. I like Sonic. Sonic's a good way to tell if there's lag and everything. We're doing Sonic. Okay, so once you see here, again, I can add it to a playlist. The trailer and screenshots are playing now. I'm gonna play now. I have the controller set up. You might hear some clickety clanks. So I switched over to non-screen capturing because my MacBook sounded like it was gonna explode, and it turned the recording into a PowerPoint presentation even though it runs smoothly from here. So nothing has changed, the setup is the same. I'm using a MacBook, as you can see here, and I am using Google Chrome. I also have the controller here, as you can see. Okay, so Sonic Mania. Pressing any button, you're gonna hear a couple of clicks. Oh my. So I feel like again, I'm using a Bluetooth controller and we are playing this on the web. I feel like there is a slight, tiny touch delay in my button presses. I don't know if you can, like, here, look, watch. It's very, very minute, though. Most people might not recognize it, or maybe it's just me because it's a new controller. Besides that, graphically it looks dope. Gameplay wise, it runs pretty smoothly, even though, like I said, there's a slight delay. Music's fine, no hiccups. This is running smoothly. Wow, I did that very recklessly. It was cool though. Oh, look at that. It says network issue detected, and then it kind of lagged out for a bit. My internet's pretty consistent, I think. There are moments where it skips, but one of the biggest negatives of mobile streaming is, like, yeah, you need internet access to run your game properly. Otherwise, it won't play right. Oh, I got it with 1 second left. I'm amazing. So one of the things I'm noticing as I'm browsing through is that the games that they do have available have been out for a few years, so you're not going to see like the latest and greatest in graphics. I feel like Watch Dogs Legion might be the newest one on here. I could very well be wrong, but these look like, yeah, everything's at least like 2 years old, I think. So keep that in mind. Let's try, we're gonna do something graphically intensive, so let's try Redout. It gave this warning, so I'm giving this warning too. Okay, so graphically, this is holding up. I still feel that slight lag. Oh, actually, there are moments of choppiness, which I think you'll be able to catch on camera. We'll see. All right, now it's running pretty smoothly, all things considered. I'm also not good at this game. Gotta go fast. Graphically, this is looking pretty. It's kind of holding up. There were little skips in the beginning, but now it's running smoothly. Until I said something. So I did a review here saying that, you know, it was a bit choppy and stuff. They asked me how I thought. And after taking my input, they were like, oh, you know, get like better internet. And it's like, wow, okay, thank you. Okay, I just wanted to point this out really quick. Shout out to Metro and the company that made it, which I'll put below. I like the fact that they added a reader difficulty. So for those that don't feel like they're ready for the challenges presented, you can just watch kind of the plot. This is amazing to me. I think it's super important to have accessible games. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. So overall, keeping in mind that the Luna is pretty much still in an early access right now, it is a solid option for those that have high internet and want to, I guess, play games on the cheap. Not worrying about the quality of the laptop because it's more about the internet connection. So if you're in that bracket or that type of gaming, you know, or maybe you don't game regularly, I feel like it might be good for casual gaming. Casual modern gaming, gaming on a budget. That would be my recommendation. That's who is it good for. Boom, bam. Also, one last thing, just wanted to show you, this is my download and my upload speed, which isn't the greatest in the world, but I definitely think should be more than competent enough for streaming online. I play games on my PlayStation 4, my Xbox One, and have barely any lag issues, and this is going on while, people in my house are also streaming YouTube and are on Netflix. So, damn, there you go. That's what it looks like. Who is it good for? Thanks. Like and subscribe to my stuff.